For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code VENM at checkout for 5% off your order. Yo, what's good guys, Venom Fire here, back from the video, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys what I think is the best run defense in Madden 21. Today we're going to be in the multiple defensive playbook. It's what I think is the best defensive playbook in the game. I actually did drop a full ebook on this defense, but this formation, this run defense, I didn't talk about at all. So if you've seen that video, this will still be new to you as well. Now, this is a run formation, a run defensive concept that I pretty much haven't seen at all online. I think I've seen maybe one or two people run this defense. This should be new to people at all levels, skill levels of the game. Again, we're in multiple defense. The formation we're going to be running is this 3-4 Cub. Now, 3-4 Cub's a formation I love a lot. Specifically to stop the run, it's very good against the pass and has a lot of unique adjustments, which you will see in the setup. Now, this video, again, primarily going to be run defense. Now, this in particular is not going to be the best defense for pass or defending the pass. So if you are going against someone balanced, you might want to go to a different formation. But as far as defending someone who you know is going to be toting the ball 20 times a game, this is a formation you can't really go wrong with. So as far as your user, you're going to be using the free safety more times than not. So I just threw Eddie Jackson there. And then you want some fast linebackers. Again, I know Trevathan's not the fastest. But Roquan is definitely a fast guy. And again, just get a couple of good fast linebackers, make block sheds, do things like that. In the 3-4 Cub, the play we're going to be running is outside linebacker blitz. You see it right here. Now, I could really run this defense out of any play out of the formation. I just prefer the outside linebacker blitz because it has a couple of stock things that will help. And we all know man coverage is very good. So having a run defense out of a man coverage base will definitely help in my opinion. Out here on the field, I'm going to be showing this play against stretch and dive in particular. The two most popular runs, I'm going to start out with dive. Later in the video, we will be talking about stretch. And again, the good thing is that it's pretty much going to be the exact same run defense or pretty much the exact same setups for both of them. So whether they're running stretch or dive, you will still have the same setup, same user, all that good stuff. So here we are out on the play. Right off the bat, what you're going to do is you're going to baseline your defense. That's Y and the left stick to the right. And then you're going to show blitz, which is Y and the left stick to the left. Now, I'm sure you noticed something very weird happen that if you've never run this formation before, you've probably never seen. And that's the D tackle, Eddie Goldman. He actually moves back. So now we get sort of a weird 4-3 normal look. And you see, you can't move him up. I can push my left stick down all I want. He will not end up moving down. You can't really do anything. So this is a little glitchy animation or a little glitchy adjustment that you can really only do out of this formation. It's one of the things I was talking about earlier. And I think it really helps with the run game. So again, the adjustments were base align, show blitz. You can't just show blitz. You have to be base aligned first. But let's move on to the rest of the adjustments. The next thing you're going to do is you see those two inside linebackers, Roquan and Trevathan, are manned up on players. Again, we know he's going to be toting the ball, so we're just going to blitz all linebackers simply. And then we got 2-3 more adjustments. Again, this is a pretty, there's a decent amount of adjustments in this, but to defend the run really well, you're going to need to make a lot of adjustments. And once you get these down, it really won't seem like all that many adjustments. So again, we blitzed all linebackers. Next up, we will go ahead, slant our D-line inside. That's deep head to the left, right stick down to get those D linemen crashed inside. And then you're going to QB contain, which is double tap RB or R1. Now, the last thing that is actually necessary to the play is you want to spy this safety. So I'm going to spy my strong safety by double tapping Y or triangle pressing A or X and then pushing that right stick to the left-hand side, putting him in a QB spy. Now, this is a necessary adjustment to shoot the run gap. If I don't put him in a spy, and this is something I'll show you later, if I don't put him in a spy, you're not able to shoot the run. Specifically for dive, it does work for stretch still, but we'll have them go ahead, snap the football here, and you're just going to shoot right there, very clean. Now, typically that left guard would pick you up, but guess what? We have our D tackle at that second level, which allows us to shoot it clean. Again, the run hole really wouldn't be open if that D tackle were clogging the lane. You would 100% get bumped by a D lineman or an O lineman. It really doesn't work. Trust me, I've labbed this before. So really moving that D tackle back is a necessary adjustment. It's one of the reasons that 3-4 odd is not as good this year because you can't obviously do an adjustment like that. So again, just quickly talking about the setup, you're going to base align, show blitz, blitz all linebackers, slant inside, contain, and then spy the safety again. I know that sounds like a lot of adjustments. I will try to leave it a written setup down below in the comments. If I forget, somebody remind me. But again, if you want to learn how to do this online, I would say go in practice mode first. Again, it's not too many adjustments if you know what you're doing, but if you've never made quick adjustments like that, I would suggest going to practice mode. So again, we'll have them snap the football here, and we will shoot the gap very simply. Eddie Jackson shooting free, but not only is he shooting free, Eddie Goldman was shooting free, as well as Roquan Smith. I might actually show you the replay, show you pretty much how everything works. So just take a look. You see them snap the ball to center. Immediately he's going to double team. And the D tackle, although he's sort of like doing this weird animation, he's still going to help out. So even if I were to whiff on the tackle or whatever the case was, then pretty much it's fine because we have second level of defense. Although even if your D tackle is a little bit slow, it is all good. Take a look at the safety. Now this is a key adjustment, and I'll show you the play later without a safety, show you how it affects it. But take a look at Tashawn Gibson. He's in the spy. Take a look at this right tackle, Trent Brown. He's actually going to go ahead and block him, as I can't click on, but just take a look at him. He's going to go block him. Look who he leaves wide open. It's going to be Roquan Smith. So literally, if he cuts it right, Roquan's there. So pretty much I should be running a little bit to the left. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's not that difficult to make an open field tackle. But again, you see all the help we got. Roquan untouched, and that will come in handy for the stretch play. But now, again, I said I wanted to show you without the spy. So I'm going to show you how you're unable to shoot the gap without a QB spy and why it's necessary. Again, I'll just set it up really quickly, and we're not going to run a spy. So I'll just set it up. Now let's shoot the gap. You see Tashawn Gibson, our strong safety, he's manned up still. And now let's try and shoot the run. Oh, I get picked up, and he's able to cut it left. Obviously, if they were holding turbo, that would probably be a touchdown. So again, very necessary adjustment. One last time, then we'll move on to stretch. I'll show you how fast you can really set up these adjustments, and we're good. So literally pretty much maybe 2.5 seconds to set it up, and that's for me. Again, I've ran this defense for at least 2 years, and again, you see it's not necessarily guaranteed to work every single time, I will say that, but for majority of the time it will be successful. And you see it didn't work, I got picked up. Maybe it was probably a bad user, but Eddie Goldman's right there, and if you want, you can definitely sub in somebody fast. You can put it a quick D end right there and have better success. But with that being said, let's move on to the halfback stretch now. Here we are now in the halfback stretch. You see I'm in the same formation. Just wanted to keep things a little bit constant so there weren't too many variables changing. But we're still in the wing flex coach. We're going to be running stretch, obviously. It's the right-hand side here. But again, we're going to set it up like I mentioned earlier in the video. It's going to be the exact same setup. So I'm going to baseline show blitz all linebackers, slant inside, and contain. And again, I can put A on the spy. Now this defense is a little bit different. Roquan Smith is going to sort of shoot free, but he won't necessarily make the tackle. But really, you just got to make sure you run over to the side with your user. Obviously, I'm not going to commit to the right or the left because in the instance that they flip the stretch, I wouldn't know which side they're running it to. So I'm just going to sort of stand here in the middle. They will go ahead, snap the football, and you see Roquan Smith able to shoot free, make a tackle. That's why that right outside, or that right middle linebacker in particular, it's very important that he has a lot of speed, so he's able to get through quickly. Although he sort of, runs behind him, it's important that he has enough speed to get that arm tackle or that wraparound tackle behind him. Again, you could always do the dive tackle or the down hit stick. If you were in the situation that he was completely behind him, you weren't able to make that conservative tackle. But again, it's not the end of the world if he doesn't, because you still do have that QB spy with a safety, and then you have your user. Now, one thing I like to do against these compressed run sets, I like to have my corners on the outside. I feel like that helps the safety shoot free a little bit more. So even on this left side, I could also move him back. But again, we'll have them snap the ball. Obviously, I should know which side they're running to more, so I can sort of cheat over, and I can always run around. Against the CPU, I can't because they have to be still to snap the ball. But you see, again, the contains in runs are one of the adjustments I really love, and I do out of pretty much any run defense I've done. Containing the run is super good because it prevents them from running outside very effectively. You saw Khalil Mack seal the edge really well there. And really what Khalil Mack did on that run was he forced Josh Jacobs to cut up inside, and that's where we have our safety shooting as well as Roquan Smith. So that's really a key adjustment in my opinion with pretty much this run defense and all of the run defenses I upload. I love to have those contains. It's just a good line of defense, and it's really an adjustment that's key. But you see consistently Roquan Smith shooting that run play. It's really not too much to it. Again, you see I'm just running the same adjustment now. This wasn't actually the same as last year. The adjustment that I did last year, the setup for this play that I did last year, is I actually went ahead, slanted my D-line to the left. So this was a look at it. Instead of slanting down, I slanted to the left. And that still works, but I feel like it is a little bit worse this year. You see Roquan Smith get picked up. It's just not as good as it was last year. So that's where you got to make sure you slant down. So that doesn't happen to you. I'll show it one more time here, and then we will conclude the video though. Again, make sure you go and practice those adjustments, because if you saw if I messed up one adjustment, if I don't get that QB spy off, or if I don't slant down, if I don't blitz all linebackers, pretty much all of the adjustments are really key in this particular defense. You want to make sure that you're able to get them off in a manageable time. Again, you see Roquan got picked up, but we were there with our user. If you cut inside, he ended up going outside, which Khalil Mack was right there to defend. So I've shown it a couple of times. You've seen a couple of different scenarios. Again, Roquan Smith, more times than not, will be able to shoot free. But in the instance that he doesn't, you have a good line of defense. You have the safety, you have your user, and you have the contains from both sides of the field. So really good line of defense, as well as that corner on the outside that can potentially shed. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. Link will be in the description. Sometimes YouTube notifications don't work. I tweet every single time I upload. So if you want to turn Twitter notifications on, those are 100% reliable. And that's the best way to reach me. If you ever have a question with one of my videos or have a suggestion for a video, make sure you DM me on Twitter. But yeah, it's going to do it for the video. Peace. I'm out of here.